are back and moving into our final conversation for this morning, and we're going to get all the details about an annual event that is surely a lot of fun, and we'll find out more about the purpose behind it as well. We're joined by members of the Rotary Club of Belize Sunrise. We have with us Mirna LaRue, who is the PR director. We have Jose Ketz, who is the service project director, and Raheem, who is the foundation director. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
All right, gentlemen. So I hear we get to give you dares this morning, and
we'll take a few from you.
all right, let's start off. I dare you to tell me why you have this organization.
Why we have the organization? Actually, that's not the kind of dare we're talking about. It's more physical. It involves shaving your hair, your head, an eyebrow maybe, jumping in a pool, fully clothed, a guy wearing a wedding dress, some people eating an onion, trying to swallow ice cream in 5 seconds. Different activities like that.
Okay.
It's challenging, but at the same time exciting and funny.
It's a fundraiser for
It's a
Rotary
fundraiser,
Club,
yes,
for
fundraiser.
Rotary Club. Is it
Sunrise.
Sunrise
Right.
Rotary Club?
Yeah.
And you have been doing it for a few years now. I just want to know. So, what were you eating at breakfast to make you decide that this is the fundraising event you wanted to venture into?
Well, I think that we always try to find new fundraising activities to do to be able to stimulate interest from the general public. The first event we did was a scavenger hunt, which is along the same lines, but that involved putting up clues at different locations. And we found that when the event was in progress, some of the participants could not find the clues because they were taken away by people. So they were actually lost. So we had to change the concept, and that's when we morphed into the I Dare You Challenge. So we prepare a list of dares, and then each team of 4 members go out into the Belize City area and perform the dares. Each dare has points. The harder the dare, the more points it is. And then you have a time period of 4 hours to complete as many dares as possible.
Yeah.
And then you come back in and we tabulate the points. So all your dares must be recorded on a cell phone, video or picture. And then once we certify that you complete the dare according to the specifications, we allocate the points. The team with the highest points win $1,000. Just like that.
Okay. And I mean, what type of preparation does this take? I'm just trying to figure out, the creative team sitting down to come up with these dares and how I get on board.
Well, we have some members who are a bit creative, and I guess would probably want to do it themselves, but because they can't, so okay, you do it, and I have the fun of seeing you how you do it.
Well, and also there are companies you can sponsor a dare. For example, you can tell us you want something to be done. You pay us $250, right? And then we will put out your dare. So that will be sponsored by Open Your Eyes, for example. So then you can give us a dare and we will do it.
Okay.
If a company has a product, let's say that they want to promote, like one year we did something with Sandcast where they were promoting a pepper, some pepper they had, and they had to go to a wing stop, and they had the wings there, barbecue wings, and you had to eat it within a certain time frame. And Sandcast got
I think like 10 wings or something like that.
Clearly with hot peppers.
Right, clearly hot pepper.
And how competitive does the...
Very competitive, very competitive. Teams come back in, and a lot of members in the teams do some of the harder dares in order to be able to get the maximum points.
I think we've had teams that come in lose by 2-3 points, one behind their neck. So, and you're talking thousands of like 3,000 points or things like that.
So you clearly want to go for those high-scoring dares first,
yes.
Right.
which are usually more challenging.
Correct.
Or embarrassing.
Yes, it would involve maybe disfiguring a part of your body, temporarily, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you're willing to take one for the team, then it's worth it. It's worth it. I think here we have a couple of examples. So she's eating a banana, I think, with the skin on.
Like
with the skin on, and there's a
skin.
So there's a time element to that too. Yeah.
And then also we look for locations. For example, if you sponsor a there, then it could be in your location, in your shop or whatever. wherever
Here
it is.
they're doing push-ups outside the ATM.
ATM, right, in front of Belize Bank.
Of the Belize Bank. I think Belize Bank sponsored a dare there, and that was something.
So it means on August 17th, moving around Belize City, you may just see people doing
Right,
random
you
stuff
see
random
all
crazy.
over.
Yeah,
Don't be too
yeah.
scared or call
We-
police.
We've even had in the fire station where we went in and did several things there. So everybody knows that at some point if some people will reach there. So it's
Are
crazy.
you surprised by the reaction or the response, I should say, since you started the I Dare You Challenge?
Yes, I think the first one, I guess people were a little unsure as to how far they would want to go
Yeah.
in terms of completing the dares. But I think when everybody came back and shared their experiences with each other, they really saw the fun in doing it. And I guess when the next one came along, everybody wanted to be the team that did the almost impossible dares. Because then you were kind of, I'm Mr. Big Up, because I shaved my head, you can't do that kind of thing. So there is that little competition going on within the teams to see who would perform most of the impossible dares, or nearly impossible dares.
And then at the same time, you are able, if you want to participate but don't have a team, you can sponsor the team and then we field the players for you.
Yeah.
So you still get the mileage. For example, that's what Mikado does from year to year. Because they work Saturdays, he doesn't have workers, so we come up with the players and then they come in with their Mikado shirt. So we
Mikado
sponsor the
team.
team, right?
Yeah.
So it's you have several ways to participate.
Yeah.
And also I think a lot of businesses would like to venture into this, specifically the HR departments, because it's also a great way of team building,
Right.
outside the office, doing something together.
Right.
And that's where we've seen some of that feedback from the corporate businesses that are going to be partaking in this. So it's open to everyone, but again, you need to have a team of at least four
Four.
Four people?
Four people.
to be able to participate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how has the level of support been, from business community? Otherwise, is this something that's grown over the years?
Yes.
I think usually most things are last minute. There are a lot of people, I have a team, but it's not yet finalized per se. I guess by next week we're going to get a flood of entries coming in with people, finally putting their name on the dotted line because they've made a commitment. Okay, I'm going to go in and I know I got to do something that I might regret later on, stuff like that. So right now it's just, I guess people are mulling over, and you got to pick people in your team who will want to do something. So you can't have you alone as one member doing all the stuff and the other three not. So it's a team.
Is it mostly young people that participate?
We are targeting college graduates back on holiday who have nothing to do. It's a good time to have some fun. As Mirna suggested, business places, who have large departments. Team of four will get together. It might bring them closer together when they could go back to work and talk about their experience after the idea.
But yes, but
challenge,
most
etc.
of the players are young. Most of them are
Most of them
young.
are young.
Most of them are younger players.
And go ahead.
But in terms of going back to the demographics we're targeting, I don't think it's only the young. I think, and one of the key things you said, there's no preparing for this event. It's not like a marathon. And,
You can practice.
You
There's
can
no
practice.
physical
Yeah, so
preparation.
it's open to everyone, I think.
It's open to being a puppy show. That's what it is. But
It's for fun. It's for Rotary, so it's for fun.
And I was going to say, because a lot of times people think too much of, what people are going to think of them.
Yeah.
But when you say you're doing it for a good cause,
Right.
then everybody will be kind.
Yeah.
And that's, in fact, what this challenge is.
Right.
You are fundraising
Yes.
for your project.
And actually, I think everybody has seen it as fun. We've never had a negative comment about that. I think people like it. Like Ray
Of
said, it's a
course.
competition. People love that competition.
Yeah. And we're kids at heart, and we like doing
Oh,
silly
yeah.
things.
Of course.
But
I
talk
like
to
that.
me about what the money that you raise from these types of fundraising. Where does the money go?
The monies usually go into projects that we're doing. For example, right now we have for this year several major projects that we will tackle. Last year we were investing our money in St. John's Vianney.
St. John Vianney.
And then and you will know because most of those projects are 5-year projects,
Yeah.
and you will hear repeatedly we're raising money. Right now We are finishing painting this one of the schools. We're doing all their fascia boards, guttering everything, and we easily spending about $8,500 just on that building.
Yeah.
So all the monies goes into projects. All of them go into helping the community and helping the kids. I think this year Puma is giving us $10,000 for a scholarship program, and I think our past president Hugo Miguel is spearheading that, and we should get some scholarships for St. John's Vianney. So all monies that we raise go back. Rotary, unlike any other club, is an organization that puts back 100% of what we raise. We can't spend any money on any other thing than projects once we raise it. So it's important that the community supports us, because a lot of the money comes right back to the children, right back to the schools.
Yeah.
We tend to focus a lot on schools, primary, and the children, because that's where the change comes, at the primary level.
You created the Port Loyola Library,
Right.
on the boulevard.
On the boulevard.
So we know that your projects really are for the community
For the
itself,
community,
whether
right,
it's the community that attends St. John's Vianney or the ones that access the library.
Right.
So what do you have in terms of future plans? Are you going to eventually move away from St. John's Vianney, or can people ask you to partner with them to support another institution?
Right. Any of those are possible. Right now, we're finalizing our last year with St. John's Vianney, and so we have several other projects. We'll be doing some at St. Ignatius, where we've already met with their board, and there are several bathrooms we want to do. Because Rotary now is finishing with polio. Polio is almost eliminated from the world. A lot of people don't realize that. But within the next 4 years, we're hoping that there's no polio in the entire world. There's only about 56 cases presently. So Rotary has been looking for a new direction, and we've chosen WASH, which is a program which is water and sanitation, and it focuses on water, sanitation, and hygiene. And then Rotary is taking it. There's a WASH in schools where we do bathrooms. We do the remodeling of these bathrooms. Sometimes we have to retrofit it all together, but then there's a training component where we have to do training with the schools, have to teach the children what's the main purpose of keeping your hands clean, how to use it when you go to the bathroom, and the older kids that are moving into puberty. So we do training on menstrual cycle also. So that is the Rotary's latest direction, and there's several pilot projects. So we are focusing also on bathrooms. So right now in St. John's, St. Ignatius, we have 2 bathrooms that blocks that we should do. St. John's Vianney, we just finished one in June. It was beautiful. So we're focusing on them. Then there's a Water Walkers program that Julie Miguel runs on Albert Street. She has put in a little.
It's an after-school program.
It's an after-school program. Not only that, she feeds accordingly about 175 kids a day.
Every day.
And she takes that out of her pocket from her business. So she's been struggling, and so we've found her, somehow, I think one of, I think a partner of her, which was RFG, found us through our friend, and we went in, we visited her, and we realized that that is a big social impact that we will have. So that is what we look for, to see how we can make an impact in the community. So we'll make some changes. We'll do some programs with her this year, and I think we're trying to do a small project at Carl Husham Memorial. So there are several things we'll do this year, and we need money.
So you want people to join your challenge.
That's right. So
Now, how does it work? How do you raise funds?
How we raise funds?
Yeah, through the I Dare You challenge.
The cost for the event is $250.
Okay.
Which gives you
Per person or per team?
per team.
Per team.
Four, which is 4 members.
Okay.
Each team gets a T-shirt with the logo in front and their team name in the back. So you come up with a funny name. So $250. You do the dares, and we have 3 cash prizes.
Okay.
$100,000 first, $750 second, and $500 third. And there are 7 consolation prizes, which comprise of products mainly, gift baskets, vouchers, etc.
Yeah.
So the majority of the income from the registration fee is what we would have as profit, basically.
And businesses can also sponsor
Right,
challenges.
absolutely. I was going to
Correct.
tell you that. So
Yeah.
you can sponsor a team, you can sponsor a challenge. So there are several ways that we want you to participate and help us raise money.
Or a company may say, I just want to donate some money towards your cause, even though it's not for a
Right.
team event or
As such,
something.
And do you have an idea yet of how big you expect or how many participants are going to be in this year's challenge?
We are targeting, when the fundraising committee sat down and was planning the event, we said let's aim for 50 teams. I know it's a little ambitious because I think the most we ever got was about 32 or 35. But we felt that if we could push the event early enough, then we can stimulate some more interest. So we're aiming for 50.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do people register?
We have the forms.
We have a form, and they could contact any one of us or on our Facebook page as well, Rotary Sunrise Belize, and then they could register or give us a call.
Okay.
All members are also circulating the entry forms to
Entry forms,
friends and associates that they have.
And what we've done is that we've targeted, we've tasked every member to bring 2 teams. So
Oh.
we're hoping that
So
every
they're
member
doing
will
the
bring 2 teams.
recruiting.
Right, so
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
recruiting also.
So how many members do you have in your club?
37.
37.
Okay. And how does Rotary Sunrise distinguish itself from other chapters?
Well, there's no distinction. All of us do the exact same type of community work. It's just that in Belize City, the city was really big that the city club focuses on the north, we focus on the south. And all the other clubs do the same thing. Some of them, like the Belize City, their signature project is the Gift of Life. In Belmopan, I think their signature project is, I think they do what? Medical also. Some of them focus on limbs. I think the Corzal Club is trying to embark on prosthetics now. Their club is trying to start and do prosthetics for people who have lost arms or legs or whatever it is. So they're trying to focus on that. And every club have their own, I think, their own area of expertise that they try to focus. We focus on education. So we tend to do a lot in terms of schools. And each and every club makes a difference in the community. So don't feel like we're competing. We don't compete. All of us are Rotary. I think we have 135,000, the governor said last time, clubs throughout the world. That, I think we have about that, and we have 1.2 million Rotarians. So we always need money, and also there's a method where we can partner with clubs that have more money outside to bring more money into the community, and so we can do bigger projects.
Okay. All right. Is there a deadline for registration for the I Dare You Challenge?
It's the
Next week
It's
Friday.
next week Friday.
Next week,
Right.
Friday. Okay.
Which is the 7th?
It's
9th.
9th,
Yeah.
the 9th.
All right.
Right.
And any ideas to what type of dares we're talking? I mean, if I've never done this before, give me a bit of insight as to what I'm getting myself into. So
Well,
I
I heard
the shave the eyebrow part and the head. That's
Shave the head.
declared
best
that my
the-
teammates would have to do that.
The best advice I would give you is enter in a team, right? Get some friends together. Everybody have a good strong shot of rum before you come. So when you get the list, you can say, "I could do that. I could do that."
Yeah.
Then the next day, you can regret doing some of them.
All right. So would you do it, Gavin?
Yeah, I'm game.
All right. So we have our own little entertainment show going. Did you know that?
Sorry.
We have our own entertainment show going. Did you
Okay.
know that?
No,
Yeah.
No, I didn't know
It's
that.
called KTV. You've never heard of it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Right,
Okay.
right. That's,
So,
yeah.
so we have a dare for you.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
No.
We dare you to participate in our Fun Friday here, right? And it's so easy. I mean, I can't imagine that you guys won't excel at this. So we have a challenge called Name That Movie.
Oh,
You see at KTV next Tuesday, we have our singers coming on stage and they're going to perform soundtracks. So we're going to play some iconic songs from movies We'll see if you can guess that movie.
Okay. That
All
sounds
right?
game, yeah.
Do you accept the dare?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Are there any conditions or disclaimers that we should know about?
I mean, I could always add some extra points to the fact that
Okay.
if you sing it,
Right.
you're
Wow.
going even better, right?
You can
Right,
get
right.
into practicing from now.
Okay, good.
All right, so we're going to get the first one lined up. And you'll tell me what that movie is.
Some
Titanic?
silence.
Gonna hear.
Titanic?
That's
Got it.
right.
You guys have
Okay, see, he chose not to sing. We got the first one. Titanic is down.
I think I did.
I want to hear some singing. That's what I want to hear.
So I'll go.
The Bodyguard.
No, good job. All right. Next up. Maybe we should make them dance this one.
Whoa.
Greece.
Man, all right. So we got one on each. Next up.
I think they should compete between each other.
That's the Lambada. The Lambada?
Yeah.
That's
No, but
right. And the name of the movie
The
is?
movie is
Lambada was
that was the major movie. Was this with
It's a Brazilian movie.
Dirty Dancing?
It was. Do you want to try one more?
I know.
Lambada was the Forbidden Dance.
The Forbidden Dance.
yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. All right. So nobody got that one.
Lambada.
We are 3 out of 4 right now, so
Yeah.
it's still doing good.
No, I think I already separated you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is.
Footloose.
Come in, you supposed to know this one, man.
Hold on.
This is such a classic.
Yeah.
The one Patrick Swayze, no?
My wife makes me watch this movie. She's gonna hate me for this. The Little Princess or something like that.
I thought it was Footloose. It wasn't Footloose.
Close.
Close, yeah.
It's
Close.
when a girl something and then she
Close,
goes
close.
to New York.
I know the song.
Yeah, we all know the song.
Oh, you could sing it then we'll
No,
make
we
up
didn't.
for it.
Well, we've heard the
You know
song,
the
but
song.
it's good that way.
No, you said you know the
Flash
song.
dance.
Ah, flash dance. Okay.
Yes, Flash
All
Dance.
right.
Yeah, that's what I said. Flash dance.
Flash Dance.
Such a pity the mic didn't pick it up,
I know.
right?
It's
Yeah.
something on the recording here.
Okay, so we got another one coming up.
The Dirty
that's
Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
There we go. Looks like Jose's gonna walk away with this prize.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all.
Is this a theme song?
Yeah.
Or is this a song that played in a
Yeah.
movie?
So like
It's, yeah, it's on the soundtrack of a movie.
Song
A
like
Fast and the
recent
Furious?
movie.
Yeah.
There you
Sing,
go.
sing, what you say?
Fast and the Furious.
It was Fast
okay.
and the Furious.
This is the ending song
But
for like
they
Fast
also
5.
played on Sing.
It did?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you're right.
And the kids animated movie.
Okay.
Yeah, the
They
elephant.
don't get points because I don't know the other movie.
It's an animated movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sing,
Sing.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
With the koala.
Yeah, but the koala. Right.
Yeah. I don't know that.
Well, they say the name of the movie.
Selena?
All the millennials will get this one.
Oh.
I mean, this is you, but you gotta answer something. Take one.
How old are your daughters?
4,
Mine's is 5.
8 months and 2 years. Mulana.
I'm sure you've seen this movie.
I know you
Aladdin?
have it.
I'm sure you've taken your daughters
Aladdin?
to see this
It
one.
wasn't Moana.
No?
No,
They're just like going through all the animated movies they remember. Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, right?
I've not seen that yet in my career.
Because he will say
Alright.
right now, Beauty and the Beast, he will say.
I'm pretty sure this one, you're going to get a headache once it starts.
Oh, this is that.
see his face?
Yes, I know this one. Goodness. The
What's the
little
movie?
princess with their sisters, the snow.
Oh, this
No,
one, Frozen.
Frozen, yes, that one.
I saw Miner's face because
Yeah.
every little girl had this on repeat
Yes.
non-stop.
Frozen. Right. My daughter
right.
used to watch this movie over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
And over.
Your girls are older, so
Yeah, that's why, you see, this is a team thing, you see?
So I will put this last one on you.
Oh, Lord.
Right.
Here we go.
The girls in the band.
What?
No, that wasn't it.
Pepperine.
Purple.
There we go. It couldn't have made it any easier for you.
Pepperine.
All right. Well, see, I think now the public feels more comfortable accepting your dare to
Yeah,
participate in
yeah.
your fundraiser.
Correct.
Since you guys were so willing to accept our dare.
Yes.
And the prize is, of course, just they should get the title of number one. Thank
thought-
you so much.
I thought you were gonna say, no, we give you a dare and open your eyes will be on our one.
Dare you to be
Yeah,
an
Yeah,
artist.
I dare you to be on our challenge, right?
Remember, it's Saturday, 1 o'clock, so you in on TV at that time.
That is
Right.
so true. All
And
right.
the location, because we didn't.
Yeah.
You're going to be
where
at
it would be.
where?
Marion Jones at the back, where near to where the concerts normally are.
Okay.
Yeah, that area.
That's where you start off from.
Yes, start and come back there, and then
1
we do the
o'clock,
judging.
Marion Jones. Register through your website or your
Right.
Facebook page.
Yes.
$250 per team, 4 persons.
Yeah.
And just go on out and have a good time.
And
Yeah.
we're gonna have light drinks and
Yeah,
food
refreshments
and a little
can be on
food.
sale
Yeah.
when you come back in after a hectic 4 hours.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you for coming in and best of luck.
Thank
you very much.
All right. We're going to go ahead and take a break and we'll come back with our wrap up. So stay tuned.